It's always special when I get to hunt with Seth Johnson, and wherever we go, if we can go together, we know we're going to have a good time. The fact that your adrenaline is so high because you're anticipating a safari in South Africa, and that's not something that you get to anticipate every day.
Pretty one right now.
Little did I know that what we accomplished that day was going to influence the rest of the safari.
McWhorter Custom Rifles presents
I've been a farmer or a hunting guide in Texas for the better part of 50 years. A couple of years ago, I realized just how much fun it was to hunt abroad. And one of my favorite places to hunt is South Africa. This week, we're going to kick off my third Africa safari, and we're going to be going with my good friend and professional hunter, Shaun Keeny, and we're going to the vast and beautiful Kalahari concession that he calls Aragon. You won't want to miss this one.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by McWhorter Custom Rifles, Extreme Wildlife Adventures, Swarovski Optique, Yeti Coolers, and Barber Creek Shooting Academy.
My third trip to Africa. I'm gonna blame this on Seth Johnson. It's his fault. I have been hooked ever since the first trip over there, and I'm sitting here in the airport, and it's about to happen for my third trip, and I couldn't be any more excited than I was on my first trip. It's like after the whitetail season here in North America, I start thinking South Africa. One of the unique things that I think about South Africa when I go is the fact that it's very similar to Texas. Maybe that's why I like hunting South Africa so much. I haven't done it that much, but it never gets old. All the PHs over there. We're fixing to go on our first morning here in Africa after probably 18 hours of travel yesterday.
Be looking forward to this hunt whole year. We're here now, and so we'll head out to the range now and see how the guns are shooting, and then we'll probably just take an afternoon hunt and see what we find.
That's what's nice about coming out here. You know, in Texas, we're going after a whitetail, and that's what we're after. Here, you never know, we're going after something. You never, first opportunity we're going to take and just decide then. So
yeah.
The adrenaline is once again about to peak, but the first things we have to do is we have to go check the McWhorters to make sure they're shooting true. It's a long flight, and sometimes things get bumped around. We need to make sure. Here at the range at Shaun Keeny Safaris, first things up is my STW from McWhorter. My STW, I'm going to be shooting 180 grain VLD. Got my 300 rum. Well, the McWhorters are shooting dead on, as usual. Now, I'm ready for Shaun to find me something to shoot in South Africa. Shaun Keeny. At one time when I first started hunting with him, he was the youngest professional hunter in South Africa.
I'm a family-run company. Me as the owner, outfitter, my wife pretty much running the logistics of the day-to-day business. I have my younger brother Craig that's a professional hunter, freelance guide for me. I have 6 other freelance guides. We hunt on 300,000 acres of privately owned land in the Northwest Province, and then we have concessions in all the neighboring, the other 8 provinces around us. Hunting in Africa, I mean, there's no greater continent in the world to hunt. We have more game species available to hunt, so we can offer pretty much all 42 huntable species of game that South Africa has to offer. I can promise you everybody that comes out here once, they will come back.
Shaun has a very large concession, and so to save time, what you do is you get on the vehicles and you ride and you search. Now you're going to spot and stalk when you find the animal. I'm up first. I have multiple animals on my list. Seth is along as my cameraman. Now Seth is also there to shoot a lechwe. Shaun has a few, but they're few and far between and a little bit tough to spot at times. So their agreement was I was going to be on the gun, Seth on the camera, but if the opportunity presented itself, we were going to swap. The next thing I knew, Shaun spotted a very nice lechwe. Seth was trying to get my rifle and my microphone, and the camera was in my hands.
He's about 400 yards into us here. So I think we'll just head along this tree line here and see if we can get you in the range.
Okay. All right. I'll be right behind you.
Okay.
This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance.
After an hour of hunting, Shaun spotted a very nice lechwe. The key to a spot and stalk at Shaun Keeny safaris on his concessions is to make the animal calm.
I know I'm here as cameraman, but if we see a lechwe, a big lechwe, I want it. And you looked at me and you said, Seth, you're on the gun.
As soon as Shaun hit the ground, he had the shooting sticks, Seth was in position, I was behind Seth, and the lechwe was going to be in trouble.
Okay, he's still feeding. Okay. How far is he? According to Swarovski, it's 141. Okay. Oh, all right. Man, so he's taking me in range. Let's push it. He's feeding to our left. So his head is down, but he's facing to the left. Okay. There he comes.
Yeah, he's down dust.
All
Well, that's
right.
Seth made a perfect shot. Our safari was off to a grand start.
We knew he was in this area. We were actually out here looking for springbuck.
Yeah.
And Waller spotted something under a tree, and we stopped at a distance. Could see it was a big lechwe. We know this. They're very territorial. Yeah, I think we just bagged a ghost. I really do.
Thank you, my friend.
Let's go have a look.
Nah, he had a great look to him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
He looks done to me.
Holy moly.
Oh, wow. What? What an animal.
take it from
Look
you.
at that. Wow. Man, he filled up with blood. I hit him a little high, but that burger just went in and did all kinds of damage.
Yeah, it's all puffy.
Look at that. Red lechwe.
Yeah,
It's been 8 years coming for me, I'm telling you.
I've been hearing it for 5.
You've been hearing me talk about it for 5, but I saw one a number of years ago. I actually saw some with you, but we were after Sable that time. But I told you on this trip, my number 1 animal was a lechwe, and you said I've got quite a few, but I've got a big one, and he's sneaky.
The ghost.
The ghost. And this is him, huh?
This is him, yeah.
First animal of the trip was a trophy Lechway, gold medal at that.
The old McWhirter 7SCW. Made a good shot. Hit him a little high, but he was in the grass feeding and I couldn't really see much. But
once again, you and Lamar have proven time and time again the quality marksman you are, and obviously using quality equipment helps. And yeah, good shot. He went 50 yards.
Thanks to Walla and Lamar for doing my job and running the camera. But
yeah, we'll grade him later when we watch the footage.
Yeah, when we watch it. But what an animal. This made my trip. Shaun Keeny Safaris. We're at his Kalahari camp. First class hunting. I'm telling you, South Africa at its finest.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Hoff Power Auto and Outdoor Stores, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Sport Ear by Axel Hearing Performance, and Surge Pro by BioFact Crop Care. This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
Hey, James back from Barber Creek Long Range Hunting and Shooting School. We're going to talk about proper bench shooting techniques. Now, I got it, we don't hunt from a bench, but if we hunt from a blind, this is going to be very similar. But the other thing is everything we do on a bench should really have parity with what we do on the ground. And one of the biggest things I want to talk about is letting the gun function like it's supposed to. A lot of people fight the gun and they torque it, cant it, and then they put too much torque on it by over gripping. And mounting the gun. When we were all kids, we were all taught basically to put the gun or the buttstock of the rifle in our pocket. And what that does is if we do that is when the gun fires, it allows the gun to kick off to the right for a right-handed shooter and the barrel left. I'll have a heck of a time getting back on target to see if I hit my animal. Now, in the military world, my background as a sniper, I always had a spotter who told me where I hit. But in a hunting world, I always don't get to have somebody with me. So I need to see if the bullet impacts the animal or it doesn't. To do that is I'm going to tell you to do something a little bit different. Take the gun, line it up, and then put your body as horizontal as possible towards the target. And then pull the gun back, same thing with the bipod, and then force it forward by preloading it. And if you notice, when I lean right into the gun, I'm horizontal towards the target. I'm going to keep saying that because it's really important. Now, when this gun recoils, it's going to literally come straight back. I'll take my upper body mass and I'm going to force it right back into target or into battery. And I'll literally see my bullets hit my animal. That's pretty important for what we do for long range. The other thing is don't fight the gun. This gun will naturally recoil straight and have what we call a straight line recoil as long as you have a good front rest and a good rear rest. Now this is a big leather bag, but you know, you can take a sock and what we used to do is fill them with rice. Don't do that anymore. Nowadays, just go to Walmart or someplace and just get yourself some airsoft pellets and fill it with it. Or you can just buy aftermarket bags, but you gotta have a rear support. If you don't, when the gun fires, it will drop in the back and cause vertical stringing at long range. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot the gun at just 600 yards just to show this. And I'm gonna get behind it and put my body horizontal, do it like I'm supposed to, and you'll watch the impact, and then I'm gonna let the gun shoot itself. And I really mean that. So stand by, let me get loaded, and I'm gonna shoot it at 600 yards. Again, 6.5 caliber. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at target number 2. Wind is left to right at about 3 miles an hour. Here we go, I'm gonna give it about a quarter minute left one. Here we go, stand by. Okay, saw the impact. I literally hit about 1/2 to 3/4 inches just off the bullseye at about 330. I saw everything. I saw the bullet hit, no issues. Now we're gonna do the same thing and I'm gonna let the gun shoot itself. And again, if you don't fight the gun and let it do everything it's supposed to, here we go, stand by. Same target, 600 yards, all right. Nice hit. I hit the target. It wasn't even behind the gun. Let the gun do itself. This is another downrange shooting tip from James at Barber Creek Shooting Academy. Thank you very much.
Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Capstone Precision Group, Brooks Barrels, Borden Accuracy, Trigger Tech, Revolution Safe Company, Safari Club International Foundation, and Browning Trail Cameras. This segment of Precision Hunting TV is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, real Texas barbecue.
After the excitement of a gold medal Lechwe, it was my turn on the rifle. We had a couple hours left in the day. Shaun said he knew where a big flat was that a lot of Gemsbok usually were in late in the day. One of my goals was a 38-inch plus Gemsbok, so we headed that way to see what we could find. I know you hear target-rich environment, but this place is. We just spent some time trying to find a Nyala bull that was over here, and it didn't work out. So on the way looking for this, we saw some great Gemsbok over here, so we circled back around. We're going to top this hill and see if we can't find a big one.
Yeah, they're right over this dune. So we'll just, we've only got about 30-45 minutes of decent light left. But I think we'll get high up and we can glass them quickly. Obviously you have taken a Gemsbok, so we are looking for
A good one.
an exceptional one.
Exceptional one.
Yeah.
True to form, Shaun spotted a large group of Gemsbok in the flat. This herd is large, and it's a good problem to have, the fact that there were multiple Gemsbok that were 38 inches or more.
Go up, there's right here. They're not far.
But one thing I've learned, when Shaun picks one out, he is so accurate and can get so close to your target goal. He found the Gemsbok that I wanted. Now it was just waiting for him to get in position.
Yeah, but the one closest to us. Just to the left of that tree. Yeah, that's the one.
You ready?
It just turned nicely, eh? The turn. Come on, big girl. 269. There's one walking in front of it now.
One horn.
Yep.
Hurry, one right now.
Hold on.
You ready? Yeah.
Yep. Good hit. Down. Well done, sir.
Thank you, Shaun. That's great.
Chaos. Fickle wind, setting
would
sun.
have much rather been able to see it, but the tracker said he saw it go down. It went behind some bushes with me, but 3 different bushes to walk up behind. Spot. I was afraid that one on the right saw us. It was going to screw everything up, but it took her a while to get in position, but it's a great looking one.
Oh, yeah, we see the problem is when you've got so many out there.
Oh, I hear you got a lot of eyes.
Well, not just that, is you can actually judge them really easily, and when there's one that stands way above the rest, it's not like you can go, okay, well, let's go for that one. That was the one. So yeah, the
Well,
top
that
animal.
was obviously the stud of the pack, so
Yeah, that's
nice.
in the right place for Gemsbok, that's for sure.
I appreciate it, friend. That's
That's a hell of a shot.
awesome.
270, yeah?
270,
270
not caliber, yards.
yards.
Let's go take a look.
Let's go have a look. Kalahari
Goodness.
Gemsbok.
Yeah. We topped my other one by a bunch, buddy. That is
Holy
awesome.
moly.
That's crazy. How about that?
That's perfect. I'm gonna take it for you.
Would you look at that? The Gemsbok, gentlemen. What an animal. What a beautiful animal. I had my 38-inch plus Gims buck. Awesome Gims buck, Shaun. I mean, this is what I came here for. I wanted a bigger one than I had, and I definitely topped my last one. So that dune that we had to come across because they were grazing over here, and then we put some trees between us and got within 271 yards, and the STW performed flawlessly like it always does. I hit him right in the shoulder, went through the heart, went about 30 yards and fell over dead.
Indeed.
So what
Yeah.
a great hunt, and the fact that you can have this kind of quality out here is just crazy. You say these are known in the Kalahari to get big?
Yeah, they're desert animals. We're kind of living in the Kalahari bushveld. We're on the edge of the desert, but this is where they occur naturally for years, and this is where they get big.
The Kalahari will grow some big ones. This is obvious. She is gorgeous. Thank you, my friend. And I tell you what, guys, you got to come. Shaun Keeny Safaris. He's going to get you one of these and a bunch more stuff.
Good hit. Oh.